Hello, my name is Amy Elliott. I'm a physicist and I am part of the Aurora Health Physics team. On my day-to-day job, I provide radiation protection advice to our clients, both ionising radiation and non-ionising radiation. I conduct radiological surveys and audits for our clients on site. I'm also part of the training team, where we develop material and deliver training for our clients. I also assist with marketing and the online presence of Aurora, so I do a little bit of everything. Aurora is a radiation protection advisory company, and we provide advice on both ionising radiation and non-ionising radiation, such as lasers. It's our job to ensure that our clients are fully compliant with all relevant radiation legislation and guidance, and most importantly are working safely with their radiation sources. We don't just provide advice though, we also do radiological surveys, we conduct them ourselves. We decommission sites, we do shielding integrity testing, facility design, which involves Monte Carlo simulations, and we also provide a lot of training that is legally required. Aurora covers a wide range of sectors, so we have experts in the nuclear field, medical field, research, industry. Really, it's got all bases covered when it comes to radiation protection. Well, I have a background in physics, and I was always interested in applied physics, particularly in medical physics. When I graduated, I started a job at Oxford University in a brilliant team in the biophysics core of the oncology department. And it was there that I got to work with a large range of radiation sources, and it was my line manager who noticed my particular interest in radiation protection and suggested that I complete the Strathclyde radiation protection course, which I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed the course. It was really interesting to me, and from that moment I knew that that's the career I'd like to pursue. I'm quite a social person, and I am really passionate about communicating science and educating people, and as radiation physics is my area of interest, radiation protection advisory just kind of goes hand in hand with the things that I enjoy and that I'm passionate about. I first heard about Aurora through some colleagues of mine. I had already expressed an interest in radiation protection as a career, and they encouraged me to talk to Aurora Health Physics. They said that not only are they experts in their fields and so they know what they're talking about, but also they're incredibly friendly people who would make time for me and point me towards the best resources, which is what they did. It was shortly after that I completed the Strathclyde course, and I met Aurora at a conference in Wales. And it was from then that they were looking for an enthusiastic new person who they could train up to become an RPA, and I was ready to make my next career move towards the field of radiation protection, so it all worked out pretty perfectly. As for why Aurora specifically, I think that what's really impressed me is how friendly and people orientated the company is. Everyone is always will go the extra mile, and is always wanting to make sure that you're okay, that you're not overwhelmed with work. And it's not just for the Aurora team, it's also for our clients. All the RPAs were encouraged to reach out to their clients for a chat, not necessarily about radiation work, just to make sure that they were okay, make sure that they weren't concerned about their radiation waste or not being picked up because of COVID, and make sure that they were doing okay in themselves, which I think says a lot about our company. I know that Aurora has worked incredibly hard at making sure all of us feel happy and safe with our work. and it's been really appreciated during this last year. I've also been incredibly impressed by just the amount of expertise that one company can have, because you've got Monte Carlo experts, nuclear experts, medical experts, and whenever I express interest in a particular field, they go, you need to talk to this person, you need to talk to this person, they did this project last year. And I've been learning so much from also the marketing side of things and surveying, and I'm really excited to work with such talented people, and with people who have so much experience in a field that I'm so passionate about. I started at Aurora a few weeks after the first lockdown of 2020, which I was a little bit concerned about. I thought that I would be twiddling my thumbs with nothing for me to do, because all of it had to be done remotely. But what I didn't know was that my line manager had assembled a team of people who were designing a brilliant onboarding schedule for me. And this included lots of safety training that I could do from home. It included some learning objectives, and most importantly, it included one-to-one virtual meetings with everyone in Aurora, which sounds a lot, but there's 20 of us, so actually it was really lovely. And most importantly, lots of check-ins, so I always knew what I was doing. I could ask questions, which is something that is incredibly important when you are working away from a team. I started going to more client visits later in the year, and that was the point where I could meet everyone. I haven't actually met everyone in Aurora yet face to face. There's a few people that I'm missing, but hopefully soon I'll be able to meet everyone. It was actually surprisingly a good time to join Aurora due to everything slowing down a little bit due to COVID. Aurora took the opportunity to reevaluate kind of everything about Aurora and make sure it knew which direction it was going in, what it wanted to achieve, and create new objectives and initiatives. And it did this in a number of ways, by gaining feedback both from the Aurora team, from people external to Aurora, and our clients, and seeing what everyone had to say, any ideas. And as a result, as a couple of examples, we've got the brand new online training, which has been going amazingly well. There's lots of different directions that your career can take at Aurora. So there are qualifications such as the radiation protection advisors, there's radioactive waste advisors, there's the laser protection advisors, and there's non-ionizing radiation experts. It all depends on the kind of work that you'd like to do. So some people prefer conducting audits for clients, some prefer decommissioning projects. We have Monte Carlo simulations, we have shielding integrity testing, and it really depends on what kind of work you'd like to do. Some people prefer being outside on site, some people prefer working at a desk. My favourite project so far, I haven't done as many projects due to the limitations that COVID-19 has put on this past year. However, one of my favourites is actually one of my most recent ones. I went up to Scotland to conduct a radiological survey on a decommissioned hospital, and I went there with one of my brilliant colleagues, Steve. That place was quite a maze. It involved a lot of problem solving, thinking on your feet, and Steve was just brilliant, and we actually had quite a lot of laughs while we were there. It was a shame that all the pubs were closed in Edinburgh. That would have been really lovely to go out with in the evening. The project itself was really interesting, lots of uses of radiation that I had never come across before. Additionally, we met some really brilliant people who had some phenomenal stories about the place and their work there. Well, I'm currently working towards my certification as a radiation protection advisor and laser protection advisor. Naturally following that will be a radioactive waste advisor, and after that I'm interested in becoming a dangerous goods advisor as well. The transport of radioactive material does interest me. I'm also really interested to see where the training goes, where our online courses go, on demand and beyond. I think there's a lot of potential there, and this last year has been a massive boost towards that.